Now, a former Royal Marine says that he has been let down by the government as he remains stranded in Kabul. He says one of his staff members who is pregnant was evacuated and is now stuck in terrible conditions in Germany. Let us bring in Paul or Pen Farthing from Kabul. Pen, good to see you this morning. And clearly the situation at your end will be concerning. You allege that there was a flight that was blocked by the Ministry of Defence coming to rescue you, rescue your staff, rescue your animals. I just want to play you the response that the Defence Secretary gave to me just a little bit earlier in the programme, and then we'll get you to respond. Just have a listen to what Mr Wallace had to say.
Pen Farthing is a British passport holder and has done an amazing thing in Kabul. He was offered a flight out, I think last Friday, or certainly he was called forward to the airport for processing. His own wife, I think, left about the same time and exited the country. And that is our strong advice to him, is to leave the country. No one is blocking the charter flight that people have raised money, other than the fact this is not about flights on the ground and whether or not Pen can get on the flight. This is simply not about, if that aircraft flew in today, it would probably sit there, it would block the airfield, it would sit there empty, because it's about getting, as I said earlier, the flow through the gate, through the barriers, and into the airport and onto the aircraft.
Pen, the argument from Mr Wallace, who went on to say, I'm not prepared to prioritise pets over people. It's not a question about getting the flight in. It's a question of getting people to the airport. Your response?
Mr Wallace, I never asked you to prioritise pets over people. At no point have I ever said that whatsoever. And we've got a flight and we've said we will wait. You've just got to give us this call sign so that we can actually get it in play. We can get the airline to actually start the flight plans, and then we will sit quite happily and wait. We've got an aircraft that we need to put 69 people on. It's got capacity for 250 people. And in that cargo hold, it'll be empty. I can't put people in the cargo hold, but I can put my animals in that cargo hold. They're animals like Ewok. And there's going to be absolutely no commitment from the British military to help me do that. I just need this ISAF call sign number. And also, I'd like to point out that whilst the Prime Minister has actually given and said that our staff have been granted their visas to travel to England, I've got absolutely no confirmation. I've got nothing in writing. So if I get stopped at a Taliban checkpoint with them, they'll get turned around. And he absolutely knows, Mr Wallace, that I said I'm not leaving here without my staff. So I'm not going to go to the airport and just get on an airplane so that his problem goes away. That's not going to happen. I served my country for 22 years and the MoD has cancelled my emergency line that I had so that I could get updates on the situation and let them know updates. He has abandoned me here in Afghanistan and wants me to go quiet. Not going to happen, Mr Wallace. Not on my watch. You're dealing with the wrong person.
Pen, sorry to interrupt, Pen, but I just want to kind of reiterate the point that the Defence Secretary is making, that it's not about seats on planes or the availability of those. It is about the crush that is taking place outside the airport and the inability, that are thousands of people already waiting there, and the inability of people to get through, to get to the airport. That if your plane did arrive, there would be no way of guaranteeing that anyone would be able to get on it.
Getting into the airport, the British government can't help me with. That's my problem. I'll be in the airport and I shall be there with my staff and with my animals. And if he doesn't allow me to get on that aircraft, then I will have to put all of my dogs and cats to sleep on the runway. So I'm going to get into that airport. So he can't, what's he going to tell me not to now? He's just told me to get to the airport and I'm taking my staff and my animals with me. It's that simple. I'm not being dictated to by an MP just because he actually has completely failed this operation to get people off the ground. We are going to end up leaving people behind. This whole thing is absolutely just a disaster. So I'm getting to that airport and I shall be in there with my people, my staff and the animals. And we've got a flight. We need an ISAF call sign. If he doesn't bring that to us, then he will be leaving us at that airport. I'm absolutely disgusted with him. I can't believe he just said that. No, he's picked on the wrong person. I'm not backing down. No way, never.
Pen, we're about to run out of time, but I just want to squeeze in one final question. Again, the point that the Defence Secretary makes is, look, airspace needs to be prioritised. Air traffic control and the number of planes on the ground need to be controlled. You can't simply just fly into Kabul International Airport these days, given the security situation outside the cordon. He does want to get you and your staff out. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, hang on. There are charter flights arriving into that airport.
Yeah.
There are charter flights arriving into this airport. If America can do it, why can't Britain? I'm not taking his excuses. Absolutely not. And I've just seen images of a car being flown out of Afghanistan. If that's true, they're rescuing cars. You've got to be joking me. Sorry, no. I'm not backing down. He's picked on the wrong person. It's not going to happen. I'll be in that airport with my staff and with my animals. I need my flight to be able to land. If other people can bring chartered aircraft in, then so can we.
Pen, we do hope that you and your staff stay very well indeed, very well, very safe. Hopefully we'll speak again soon. Take care and thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.